What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog, so let's get to it. Why, oh why, is Kevin so fly? Let me ask again. Why, oh why, is Kevin so fly? Let's figure it out, Roxstars, y'all. Shall we begin? Is it his smooth, baby-like skin that he loves to show us? Or his big Asian doe eyes? Is it the way he whispers so gently in Mikhail's ear during his videos? Or his forever getting smaller arms and thighs? Is it his infectious laugh that seems to come from deep within him? Or even occasionally when he cries? I know what it is. We just love him. Because he's such a good guy. Thank y'all, Roxstars, for helping me out on the question that is anigh. Is that a word? Of the mysteries of the fabulous scorpion. And why, oh why, is he so fly? I love you, Kevin. Alright, you guys, that was just a little bit of fun. I had asked for suggestions and Kevin had put why was he so fly, and I told him it would be the top story, and it is. Mostly because we ain't got really shit else to talk about today. All the bullshit ass stories, you guys. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about Savannah and Joseline. You know, when we start off with Savannah and Joseline, it ain't really much to talk about. So you guys know that from the last Love and Hip Hop, or the last couple of Love and Hip Hop ATLs, there was some issue, if you will, between Savannah and Joseline. Well, actually between Savannah and Sade and Joseline. Or really between Stevie J's whole family and Joseline, including his baby mama number 4, Mimi. And while the show was airing, evidently, Joseline tweeted a few off-color statements. And in this one particular tweet, you know, she posted, and I quote, "That hoe mad cause I run her daddy. Now run along and find your own cock to suck, you nappy head." Okay, with the finger like this. Listen here. I knew that Joseline had already said some shit on the show, saying that that was her own man, and for the kids to go find some other beef sucker. And I was just like, what is she talking about? These are Stevie J's kids. And from then on, I finally had to come to the conclusion that that Joseline is crazy and that she is really not going to change. I did have hope that this baby would have softened out some of the sharp edges of Joseline, and looks like it did for a minute there, but I don't know what it is with Joseline. It's just something from her past, the person that she is. Could be from how she was raised or what she's went through. She's just always going to be in her way, and she is never going to be able to just kind of, you know, not comment and just kind of move along. I mean, these tweets that she put out really did set her back from all of the shit that she had been saying all season. Of all people, you are fighting with your baby daddy's children, and you already know that he has a very close relationship with his children. Now, that don't mean nothing. Okay, we're going to talk about Stevie J in a minute. But it seems to me, when you are involved with somebody and they have daughters especially, that you would try to be on, you know, that you would try to work things out so that at least that could go smoothly. Because it's already enough other pressures in a relationship, you know, you have to deal with. So the fact that she's saying shit like this, I was just like, that Joseline, child, she crazy. She is really crazy. When people were saying that it's a kid and she shouldn't be talking, she was like, that whole 18 years old, you know, basically she can take it. You know, we had this conversation a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about Regine, and I said, you know, she's an adult and she has an opinion. I still feel like they do have an opinion, and if they want to express it, then they should. But you guys did help me to realize that 18 years old is still pretty much a child. It's just a bad look when you have a grown-ass woman, I mean a whole-ass grown-ass woman, fighting with these children and vice versa. I don't know if I think Sade or the Savannah girl, I don't think that they said anything on Twitter first. I don't follow them. And actually, I don't really even pay attention to my Twitter feed. I just pay attention to my mentions. But the rest of the Twitter shit, unless something is going on at the time, like an award show or something, I don't even look at the rest of the shit people be tweeting. I don't even know why I'm following people. I wanted it for Joseline, but I'm worried now. If Joseline don't get it together, she is going to lose custody of that child. It's just entirely too many antics. And there's already all this smoke out there between the two of them. It's just, that is a relationship that is going to continue to go through ups and downs, because even though they fighting at the end of the season, you guys know by the reunion they was back together. And then they probably have broken up and got back together and broken up and got back together a few times since then. And this baby is what, 8 months? Like, I'm just like, I mean, the baby is almost doomed with the parents that she has. And I don't know what it's going to take to change. Joseline is not changing. Stevie J is weak. I can't really understand if it is because he loves her, if he is codependent on her, or if he is just trying to maintain some sort of relationship with her so that he can have smooth sailing with his baby and not be put on child support and have to add that baby to the rest of his child support issue. I'm not really sure what exactly is Stevie J's angle, but she's definitely one of those people that he's not going to just be able to be a father separate from her. It seems like she's going to always have to try to keep him involved in order for him to be involved with his daughter. And that is too bad, because like I said, people are going to have to deal with Joseline and this baby for the next fucking 18 years. Okay, so you know, Mimi better batten down the hatches, because this shit is fixing to get to be a mess. That baby is not even a year old. So yeah, it's ridiculous. I cannot be supportive of Joseline when she does shit like this, and you guys know that Joseline is my girl, right? But yeah, it's just ridiculous. I don't know who's in her ear. She has got to get somebody around her that is going to tell her not to do shit like this, but I have a feeling that Joseline doesn't listen. That's it. I mean, there's really nothing else to that story. Stevie J and Joseline will always be back and forth together. Y'all might as well get used to that. I feel sorry for his daughters though, having to put up with that shit. No way. Alright, you guys, so your girl Riri has been in the blogs lately. I mean, she stays in the blogs. She is definitely one of those ones that everybody has their eye on. We was trying to figure out if she was pregnant or not, and folks have said that she is not, and because she hasn't come out and said so, and we still haven't seen really any convincing photos of her stomach saying that she is, I did have some question, but maybe it is just weight gain, love weight gain possibly. And I'll tell you why we might think that, because just the other day Riri was spotted in a Spanish villa, okay, a private Spanish villa. Don't know how it became unprivate. These motherfuckers had telephoto lenses that probably reached across the island or some shit. But she was pictured in a pool that looked like with an unidentified male. Everybody just about lost it. Oh my goodness, who is this that Riri is in the damn pool with? Child, baby girl was drinking, she was smoking, she was kissing, a little bit of licking, a whole bunch of smiling. She looked like she was having a good time in this pool. And you know, it didn't take long for the Navy to get to work, research, and figure out who just this gentleman might be. Well, I got an answer for you. Seems he is billionaire Saudi Arabian Hassan Jamil. Hassan is the deputy president and vice president of the family business Abdul Latif Jamil. One of their businesses apparently is they own the distribution rights to sell Toyota in Saudi Arabia. Not only that, they also own a soccer league, amongst other businesses. And I said league, baby, not team. Whole league. Come to find out, that young man is a billionaire, and good for Miss Rihanna. They also say that he is Naomi Campbell's ex. Okay, now that don't have nothing to do with nothing. That's neither here nor there, but I guess it does tell us just what type of woman that Mr. Hassan is interested in. The statuesque black woman, and I am not mad. Like I said, good for Rihanna. Okay, people are saying that this is her boyfriend, you know, that they've been trying to hide it from the public, that she is smitten with him, that he might be the one. I was like, I bet you he fucking is a billionaire. But I would be more inclined to say, you know what, it could very much be all of that, or it could just be a fling. Rihanna is 29 years old. She is single. She doesn't have any kids. She is not in the middle of making an album right now. She is on vacation. She's enjoying her life. Why not go and kiss around and lick around and smoke around and drink around a billionaire in a Spanish villa, that does not necessarily mean that she is tying her life down to this man. I would imagine that a billionaire Saudi Arabian man, a good looking one at that, probably would be on the list of the most eligible bachelors. So she could really just be having fun and not even taking this whole thing seriously. I mean, Rihanna ain't nothing to sneeze at either. She has her own money and she is successful in her own right, but baby, she ain't no billionaire. So you know, I just want us to just kind of just relax and see how it all plays out. But it would be good if that is somebody that she settles down with. I mean, she's getting to her 30s. It might be time to start switching gears and thinking about the future a little longer. People talking about, you know, do like Janet Jackson did and then bring it on back home. Baby, she ain't bringing that shit back home to none of you broke ass niggas. So you don't even and bring the money back home. No, she gonna put it in her own account if she does indeed have a baby by the man. But like I said, I'm sure he's hip to that. Let's just let him have a fun time right now, and then we will keep our eye, because baby, we gonna keep our eye on it still. I'm still not convinced about this not being pregnant. I mean, I'm about 98% saying that she's not pregnant, but baby, she still keeps shit in front of that stomach. Every picture you see, and I'm not sure if it's just because, you know, she just got a, you know, she just putting on a little middle weight or what, but until I get a good clear shot of that stomach, that other 2% will be lingering around, y'all, lingering around. Anyway, y'all, that's it though. Congratulations to Rihanna for bagging a billionaire. You guys, so you guys know I don't really watch Wendy Williams because I'm at work, and then she comes on late at night and I'm already asleep, and you know, I don't watch her show. But whenever she has people on there that are of interest to me, or if you guys want me to see what she's talking about, then I do tune in. And in this case, I've tuned in a couple of times. I wanted to see the interview with Lamar Odom, and I wanted to see the interview with Lala. So first, Lamar. The first thing that I thought when I saw him is that I was sad. Okay, when you look at a person and you just kind of look into their eyes, I don't care what they have on, I don't care what their personality seems to be like. When you look into a person's eyes who is genuinely unhappy or sad, someone who is going through some things, that's when you can really tell what's what. And when I look in Lamar's face and when I look into his eyes, I still feel like that there is a deep down sadness and some shit that he is going through. So that made me sad. That put me in that feeling just from the beginning of the interview. He looks good, but it's not the same Lamar Odom from what we knew before. It's you know, he's a lot thinner. It's just still some, you know, crack and things like that leave you with certain kind of quips and, you know, quirks and ticks and shit. I mean, he still does have that about himself. But he says that he's sober, that he's not fooling with drugs anymore. It was interesting to me when he said that he drinks, because to me, when you are an addict, both drinking or smoking or doing drugs, you ain't kicked it until you not doing it at all. You cannot be drinking and shit, because that is a gateway, because if you happen to overindulge one time, you know, then you don't be in your right mind anymore and you're liable to go off and do other shit. So it's concerning to me when he says that he's still drinking. That to me is already sign enough that you not quite kicked any of these habits yet. But anyway, the interview was good. Wendy was emotional, and I actually believed it. And, you know, she asked him all the questions that I think we wanted to know. His relationship with the Kardashians, Khloe in particular. You know, that relationship was a whirlwind relationship. It was a strain on their relationship. Just the fact that the Kardashian vehicle that I've told you guys plenty of times about, it would be pretty hard for anybody to withstand the pressures that come along with being in a relationship with anybody in that family. But he didn't try to place the blame on her or even their circumstances. It just was what it was, okay? I did feel sorry for the fact that he said that him and Rob's relationship was ruined, and I still feel like Lamar's and Khloe's divorce, their whole relationship, I feel like that is one of the main reasons why Rob Kardashian is such a fucking basket case now, and why he can't seem to get a grip on anything. Whatever happened in that household for those couple of years that they lived together, I feel like it really truly affected Rob. You know, it was just sad, but none of the things the fact that he hasn't had much contact with the Kardashian family doesn't surprise me now. Not only are him and Khloe divorced, but just all the dramatics that surrounded that relationship, he does not need to be around them. And I was glad that he was clear when he said even if she did want to come back to him, he would not do it. Okay, I'm not quite sure if I 100% believe that, because I've heard him say that he was going to try to get his woman back. But I'm just going to hope and believe that he realizes that that is not what he needs in his life right now. Hopefully he is concentrating on his children that he has, his two, I think he said they're 18 and 15 years old. He lost a lot of time with them. We've heard them speak out about how pretty much when he was with the Kardashians, they didn't have much of a relationship with him and all of that. So, I mean, he's trying to rebuild his life and get shit back in order, and you can only be happy for him for that. But just in general, the interview was just, it was just sad. But I am really hoping that he is able to come back on top. It would be great to see him coaching with the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't believe that they will sign on that problem, but I would love to see him in the front office and, you know, trying to be a part of that organization and just really kind of coming back on top, or at least of his old glory days of when he was a successful basketball player, you know, the sixth man. You guys remember that song? Yeah, that interview was pretty sad. But then the Lala interview was really good. I like Lala. I did not necessarily like her originally. I did not like her, but she was just nobody on my radar. I didn't think much about Lala. But I have seen Lala's career progress from her being on the radio all the way up to her being a featured cast member on Power right now. Okay, I think that she's going to have a bigger role on that show this season. Lala is actually a good actress. I thought she did really well in New Edition, and I think she does well on Power, and I like Lala. She seems very level-headed. She seems like she's able to handle herself well. We've heard little things about Lala. Nothing necessarily bad, but I've heard, you know, we've heard things about Lala. She's human like anybody else, but I do like her. I thought she was good on the interview. I thought the questions that Wendy Williams was asking her could have very easily put her in that, you know, well, I don't really want to say, you know, that's my private life. But I felt like she handled it well. We all want to know what's going on with her and Carmelo. I mean, I don't really give a fuck, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Are you going to divorce him? She says not right now. Not sure what to make of that. Somebody in my Twitter said that usually means that she's going to stay with him. I don't know. I feel like they're separated right now, and maybe they're just trying to keep that part private, or maybe she's trying to figure out what she wants to do with Carmelo and his supposed stripper baby mama that he got pregnant on the side. You know, it's easy for us to say on the outside to say that she shouldn't be with him. I always thought that Carmelo was not as into her than she was into him, but oh, how the tables turn right now that she is away from him. All of a sudden it's always this outpouring of love that Carmelo was starting to put that shit he never used to do. You know, they always missed the damn milk when the cow is gone. Is that the saying that, yeah, that pertains to the situation, but what can you say? She said that they are co-parenting. You know, she gave us the line about we are the best of friends, and that might be true. You know, I can't worry too much about that. I would just like to see Lala be happy and with a man that is faithful to her, because I feel like she has done a good job of keeping herself in order and making sure that she does the right thing by her marriage. But it was I felt like she answered the questions. She didn't get, you know, she was able to just kind of juggle it around and say what she had to say, and made me smile, you guys. And I just love Lala's style. She's not quite up there with J-Lo for me yet, but definitely I love Lala's style. The shit that she wears, like all of that stuff that she wears, I could see me wearing too. Okay, get a little tuck and a little, you know, get this waist together. She is definitely one of my style people that I love to watch as well. So her interview was much better. Made me feel happier, even though we were talking about a family that is broken up. Yeah. Those were the interviews. They was cool. What y'all think about it? Was y'all sad when y'all saw Lamar? I felt so sorry for Lamar. I mean, but he did what he did to himself, child. We can't forget that. But I was sad for Lamar, but happy for Lala. What about you? So you guys want me to talk about this whole Safari and Meek Mill thing? It seemed like it happened so long ago. I hate talking about shit that's really old, but I guess it is not really that old. It just happened on Saturday. So the deal is, Safari had just walked up to, it looked like it was a day party event or something. It was a fashion show that Angel Brinks was having, and it was being sponsored, I think, promoted or given by Angel Brinks and DJ Khaled up in Los Angeles. And Safari had just gotten there, and you know, he was seeing some of the homies that was out there pulling up at the same time, and you know, hey, how you doing? You know, go over there, shake their hand, give them some dab, hug them, whatnots. It seemed at the same time Meek Mill pulled up. Now you guys know when shit is organized, we try to make sure that people that got, you know, beef with each other try not to pull up at the same time. We try to make sure that there's some space between people so that we don't have these type of run-ins. But like I said, they didn't have that happening this time. So when Meek pulls up with his crew and they spot Safari, and then the person who has their phone out just happened to be videotaping Safari, they pan back to Meek Mill. Meek Mill is getting out his truck, and the next thing you know is a whole bunch of niggas that is jumping on Safari. He is running down the street. Him and his friend are trying to fight these people off. Safari is trying to get the fuck out of Dodge. His friend ain't quite so lucky. He get caught up over there with a couple of them. You know, they done roughed him up, kicked him around, and all of that. Never no real good solid blows, but I bet you the motherfucker heart rate was all the way up. You know how it is when you know you about to get fucked up and you try to get the hell out the way and you falling and shit. Okay, so I'm sure that's what the feeling was there. Nigga thought he was gonna have a heart attack. But the friend was able to get away, and then Safari got into his car, and you know, he did this whole thing about how, you know, Meek is a pussy, that he would never try to see Safari on his own. He got to get his boys to try to fuck him up. Okay, but you know, if he had to just do one-on-one, he'd beat that nigga ass. Look at me, I'm still clean, all of that. Listen, on top of it just being extremely whack that a motherfucker would just have people just jump this one man at this party when we grown ass fucking people, and I honestly can't understand what the beef is really. If anything, Safari should be trying to fight Meek Mill, not vice versa. Fuck, Meek Mill is the one that told that Safari was fucking around on Nicki Minaj, right? Okay, so I'm not even understanding what the beef is between these two, or why Meek Mill's boys felt that it was smart to try to jump him. But all that being aside, Meek Mill he has got to get rid of these stupid ass people around him. How many times is it gonna take for your boys to do shit in your name that your ass don't get caught up in it and finally go to jail for it? Because we don't know none of these other scroungy motherfuckers that's fighting and doing all the jumping and wanting to beat everybody up, knocking out Beanie Siegel and all. We don't know them. We only know Meek Mill. You got flunkies around you that's willing to do all of this shit for you, but ain't gonna take the rap when they come after you. It's stupid. He is a grown-ass man. Why are you handling yourself this way? You are a successful person, okay? You don't even need to be around this kind of shit. I know people try to keep their street cred and all of that, okay? I know he from Philly, and, you know, the hood runs deep. Ties is hard to get rid of. But at some point, you can't be doing shit like this, okay? He wasn't even in the fight, but we ain't talking about nobody else but Meek Mill, right? Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's just stupid. It's just retarded. He tried to say it wasn't him, that he was in the studio and all that. We got you on video. You was there, okay? And plenty of angles. I'm trying to figure out, like, who do people just walk around with their phone just recording all the time? They know some shit gonna pop off on BET Weekend. Then I tell y'all last week it's always something. Well, here we go. One day it is going to be all bad for Meek Mill. Hate to say shit, you know, be the Debbie Downer and put a cloud over somebody that should be having nothing but sun rays shining down on them, but Meek Mill has got to get away from them stupid ass people around him. They are going to fuck his life up. Alright, you guys, Matt Barnes has pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct for a nightclub brawl that he had out in New York while he was turning up with his boy DeMarcus Cousins. Y'all know that that's a whole nother issue there. Last year, around December, there was a lot of video there. There were a lot of people there that saw everything, you know, so I suppose, you know, he realized that there's no way that he's gonna get out of this, so he did plead guilty. And for his plea, he will have to do 10 days of community service. The judge asked him, and I quote, "The understanding is you will perform 10 days private community service in California and otherwise will lead a law-abiding life?" To which Matt answered, "I will perform 10 days private community service in California, whip Derek's ass next time I see him. It's on sight, and then will otherwise lead a law-abiding life." He gonna fuck Derek up next time you see him, y'all. I guess this is a chapter that Matt can close. People are saying that it'll probably get him put off of the Warriors. Matt ought to be somewhere close to retirement, okay? He's been playing a long time. It might be time to just go on and focus on other avenues. But, yeah, he ain't going to jail, y'all. Derek, that's your ass. Alright, you guys. Well, let's do a collective awe. It seems that your girl Brandy has broken up with her soulmate, Sir the Baptist. Well, let me back up. We don't know that for sure. All we do know is that Brandy went onto her Instagram the other day and she removed all of the pictures and postings that she had of her and her boyfriend, Sir the Baptist. And she posted such comments saying, "You can't lose something you never had. Fuck out of here. Don't ever let nobody threaten you. Call their fucking bluff." And then the more deep and reflective, "In solitude, I find my answers." I was just like, now, how long ago was it that we were just talking about Brandy and Sir the Baptist? I couldn't have been more than a month or two. Actually, it was when I had my teeth, when I had to go back for my last teeth tightening, and I have another appointment in a couple of weeks, so it wasn't even 2 months, y'all. And here we go, she ain't made... I said she done ran this nigga off. It's time for an intervention, y'all. It is time for an intervention because, baby, your girl is out here wilding. I said Brandy about to be back in love with Ray J. Brandy needs some fucking help, y'all. The Brandy stands, y'all help out your girl. I really want her to know that, and everybody to know that we ain't got to post our whole relationship, you know, shit on social media. Okay, listen, I've been married a long fucking time. Okay, my husband and I have had some really good times, and I tell you all the time, we have had some really bad times. Some years ago, shit was kind of fucked up. Okay, shit was actually pretty fucked up some years ago. And, you know how it is. You be fighting all the fucking time. Listen, start off at the beginning of the day. You wake up, and the other one roll over, and they tell you, you know what, this is bothering me. So you lay there before you get up for work and you argue. Then you realize you're gonna be late, so you get up and you go in there and you brush your teeth, and then the other one come in there and sit on the side of the bathtub, and they argue with you the whole time. You brush your teeth, wash your face. You put on your clothes, nigga, you is still arguing with them. Nigga, you finally realize that you got to get the hell up out of here, so you grab your keys, you run in the car, and then they call you on the fucking cell phone, and you argue with them all the way to goddamn work. You get to work, and then you sit at your desk, and they call you at your desk, and then you argue with the motherfuckers the whole time at your desk, okay? People start realizing that you argue with your husband, so then you start trying to find little offices that you can go to, okay? Close the door, and you argue with the nigga in there the whole time. And then somebody come in there because they need the damn office for a meeting, and then you be like, oh, okay. So you get off the phone, and you be like, listen, I can't argue with no more, I gotta go. And they don't call you back no more, but nigga, when you get your ass back in that car, 505, nigga, they calling the cell phone, you argue with them all the fucking way home. You get home, go in the kitchen, you trying to fix dinner, okay, nigga, they come in the kitchen, you argue with them the whole fucking time you in the kitchen. You realize you need to go in and take your bath, you get in the tub, nigga, they come in there and sit on the toilet, and they argue with you the whole fucking time. Listen, you get in the bed, and then here he come rubbing your thigh. I said, motherfucker, I know you ain't trying to fuck after doing all this shit. Hell, I'm tired. You so tired of fucking arguing. All you just feel like, you know, maybe we fuck and get it out the way, and maybe everybody be happy by that next day. Shit. But I'll say all that to say, listen, I done been through it. I done been through it with my husband, so I can tell you guys this with all confidence. Relationships are hard. But you need to keep that shit to yourself. Don't put the shit on social media. You know why? Because people are watching. People can tell when you posting pictures of you and your man, you and your woman. Okay, y'all having a good time. Everything is my love, my light, my life. And then all of a sudden it ain't nothing. God forbid you pull all the shit down, everybody knows then. If you had any sense, you would just try to like kind of fade that shit out. But you know, people just abruptly stop and then people all in your business. Stop doing that. I just want Brandy to realize that all this shit that she does on social media, it ain't helping her. It's not helping her image. It is not making nothing better for her. And maybe it's just time for Brandy to focus on herself. Her own self. I'm gonna need you Stans to get with Brandy and try to fix this problem because, child, we love Brandy. And we love Brandy's music, and we love Brandy's voice. I always say it's a gift from God. But baby, that devil done had a handhold on Brandy for some time now. This bitch crazy. Y'all try to figure it out and see what you can do. Get with her. Figure out how she doing with this whole Sir Baptist thing. Okay, she say she back focusing herself. You know, she posting back videos of her working out and everything. I said, po Brandy. Po Brandy. Princess, I guess you better move over, girl. Brandy back. Alright, you guys, let me get off of here, get back to work. We do this every single week, so make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.